Did you know that just a single door opening in the wrong direction or a small missing corner in your home can become a leak that drains your wealth, scatters your blessings, and quietly invites misfortune into your life? Hello, I am Master Han. In traditional Feng Shui, a house is not just a shelter, it is a living, breathing entity connected to the energy lines of the earth and the universe. Every wall, every doorway serves as a pathway for energy to flow through. When that energy moves in harmony, the family thrives and life is peaceful. But even the smallest mistake in construction or arrangement can break the energy flow, making it difficult for fortune to gather and allowing bad luck to creep in. In today's video, I am going to reveal 8 critical Feng Shui mistakes commonly found in homes, mistakes that many families unknowingly make, which drive away positive energy and scatter their wealth. If you realize that your home has even one of these issues, it might just explain why luck has never seemed to smile on you, no matter how many years have passed. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on essential Feng Shui tips for family harmony and financial abundance. And be sure to leave a comment with this positive affirmation: "My home is always bright, clean, full of blessings and filled with peace." When you write this down, it is not just a simple sentence. It becomes a ritual to set your intentions, opening the flow of auspicious energy and inviting luck and peace into your household. And now let's get into the heart of the matter. Those Feng Shui mistakes that seem small at first glance, but quietly drain away your wealth and attract bad luck to your family. Mistake number 1. The front door faces the kitchen or sink directly. In Feng Shui, the front door is considered the mouth of energy. It is where energy from the outside flows in and nourishes the entire living space. If we compare the house to a human body, then the front door would be the mouth where food and nutrients enter. That is why anything that appears directly in your line of sight when you walk through the front door has a direct influence on your energy, your fortune, and the balance of your home. Both the kitchen and the sink hold powerful symbolic meanings. The kitchen represents the wealth vault. It is where the fire is kept burning and is associated with prosperity and abundance. The sink represents water, and in Feng Shui, water symbolizes money and assets. So when your front door opens directly toward the kitchen or the sink, the energy of wealth that just entered is immediately pulled away. It is like pouring water into a basket. No matter how much you pour in, it will all drain out. This is one of the most common Feng Shui mistakes in modern homes. Open layouts and minimalist designs often place the kitchen or washing area directly in view to create a spacious look. But that very convenience and visual appeal can unknowingly create an open path for financial loss. People who live in these kinds of homes often feel like no matter how hard they work, it is never enough. Money comes in, then disappears, and it is hard to hold on to any savings. I once met a well-off family. Both the husband and wife had stable, well-paying jobs. Yet just a few years after moving into their new home, they constantly found themselves short of money. At the end of each month, almost nothing was left. They assumed the problem was overspending. But after carefully evaluating their home with them, the real issue became clear from the front door. The sink and kitchen were directly visible with no barrier. The energy of wealth flowed straight in and straight out. After they placed a decorative screen between the front door and the kitchen, along with tall green plants to block the line of sight, their financial situation began to noticeably improve. Their spending stayed the same, but the pressure around money eased, and most importantly, their savings slowly started growing again. The Feng Shui principle here makes complete sense. Energy, just like water or wind, moves along natural currents. When the front door, the source of energy, brings energy in, but it is immediately pulled toward the sink or kitchen, the flow is lost before it can spread to other parts of the home. That is why wealth becomes hard to retain and luck does not linger. This is not superstition. It is simply an insightful observation of how energy behaves in space. So how do you fix this if your house is already built this way? Here are 3 simple but effective solutions. First, place a decorative screen or lightweight partition just behind the front door. This will help redirect the energy so that it does not flow straight into the kitchen or sink, but instead diffuses throughout the home. Second, place a tall green plant or decorative potted tree in the direct line of sight. Plants not only block the view, but also add life energy, helping retain the positive flow within the house. Third use, sheer curtains or light fabric dividers to reduce the direct visibility. This is especially helpful for those who do not want to make any structural changes to their home. No matter which option you choose, the key is to ensure that when someone enters the home, their eyes are not drawn directly to the kitchen or sink. Even a small adjustment like this can make a big difference in how energy flows, and more importantly, in the financial stability of your household. Mistake number 2. Too many large windows. In Feng Shui, windows are like the eyes of a house. They open up to let in light air and fresh energy. A home with well-placed windows will feel open and lively, and it naturally lifts the mood of the people inside. But when there are too many windows, or if they are too large, something that seems luxurious can actually become a reason why wealth cannot stay in the home. Here is why energy needs time and space to settle and gather. If your home has too many windows, the good energy that flows in will be swept right back out. Your house becomes like a leaky container. No matter how much you pour in, it will not hold. As a result, financial energy cannot stay, and the family often finds money coming and going with nothing left to accumulate. A common misunderstanding is that more windows equal more light, and more light equals more luck. But in Feng Shui, attracting energy is only part of the goal. You also have to hold on to it. Too much airflow creates imbalance. The yang energy becomes too strong, and the yin energy becomes too weak. This not only makes the space feel cold and empty, but also causes financial energy to become unstable. The solution is not to seal up the windows, but to manage how energy flows through them. You can use thick curtains to help contain the energy when needed, or choose bamboo shades or light fabric drapes to slow the movement of the energy. Another great option is to place tall green plants near the windows. These provide both a visual barrier and a natural way to boost the life force within your space. Mistake number 3. A wide front but narrow back of the house. In Feng Shui, the overall shape of your home carries deep meaning as it reflects the ability to hold and retain energy. A house with a wide front but narrow back is often compared to a purse with a hole in the bottom. Money may come in, but it is very hard to keep. This structure causes energy to enter the house powerfully, but then flow out just as fast without having a place to settle. Symbolically, this kind of home gives the impression of a strong start followed by a weak finish. The homeowner might experience early success in their career, money may come quickly, but over time it becomes harder to maintain, and finances may start to decline. In real life, this often shows up as an initially thriving business or job, but then things begin to slow down, profits shrink, and opportunities dry up. At the root of it all is energy that has no place to gather, like a river, with no bends where the water just keeps flowing without ever pooling. Feng Shui emphasizes balance and completeness. A home with a square shape and balanced front and back allows energy to move and settle in a healthy rhythm. But when the front is too wide compared to the back, balance is broken and energy becomes unstable. This not only affects finances but also emotional well-being, often leaving the homeowner feeling empty or frustrated after early success. To fix this, you need to focus on reinforcing and balancing the back part of the house. If possible, extend or renovate to make the rear section more solid. If changing the structure is not an option, you can build a fence or use decorative items and lighting to create a sense of fullness. Some families choose to place mirrors or Feng Shui paintings at the back of the home to symbolically expand the space and give the energy somewhere to settle instead of escaping. Mistake number 4. Extreme minimalism in interior design. Minimalist design is very popular nowadays because it feels clean, organized, and modern. In small spaces, reducing furniture and decor helps prevent clutter and allows energy to move freely. At a moderate level, minimalism actually aligns very well with Feng Shui principles because it removes excess and keeps the energy light and smooth. However, when minimalism goes too far, especially in large homes, it can have the opposite effect. A big space with too little furniture starts to feel cold and empty. In such environments, energy has nothing to anchor to. It becomes scattered and weak. As a result, financial energy cannot build up, and even though the home might look elegant and high-end, the people living there may feel disconnected or lacking in vitality. In Feng Shui, a home is not just a place to stay dry or warm. It is a nurturing space that holds and supports the life energy of its inhabitants. If the space feels too empty, it becomes a cold shell lacking the warmth and connection that a real home should provide. This is a mistake many families make when they apply minimalism in a mechanical way, thinking that emptiness equals sophistication and forgetting that balance is key to energy flow. The philosophy of the middle way in Buddhism sheds light on this. Everything should be kept in moderation, not too much, but not too little. A minimal design done just right brings clarity and calm, but taken too far it becomes extreme and strips away the warmth that makes a house feel alive. Feng Shui for wealth always emphasizes harmony. When your space becomes cold, prosperity will not want to stay. To fix this, you do not need to fill your home with tons of stuff. Just add a few warm, life-giving elements, a couple of green plants, some wooden or fabric decor, soft, warm lighting, or uplifting artwork can help create anchor points for energy to gather. Placing meaningful Feng Shui items in the right spots can also help rebalance the space and prevent wealth energy from being scattered. Mistake number 5, a missing corner in the house. In Feng Shui, the ideal shape for a home is a square or a well-balanced rectangle. This symbolizes wholeness and stability. When a house has a missing corner, meaning a section of the floor, plan is cut out or incomplete, the energy flow becomes unbalanced. This not only weakens the home's ability to attract and hold wealth, but also affects many aspects of life because each corner of the home corresponds to a different area of the Bagua map. According to the Bagua principle, the 8 directions of a house represent wealth, career, health, relationships, children, reputation, knowledge, and helpful people. When one of these corners is missing, the energy related to that life area is diminished. For example, if your home is missing the southeast corner, which represents wealth, you may find it difficult to save money. No matter how hard you work, your finances seem to slip away. If the missing part is in the southwest, which governs love and relationships, family harmony may suffer and the connection between spouses can become unstable. What's dangerous about homes with missing corners is that energy cannot circulate smoothly. The chi that enters is disrupted with nowhere to settle, like a song that suddenly cuts off mid-note. This causes life to feel off balance, good opportunities to be missed, or a sense of unease to linger. On a psychological level, living in an unbalanced space also creates a subconscious feeling of insecurity, as if there's always something missing or out of place. Feng Shui values completeness. A house that includes all 8 directions represents fulfillment, while a home with missing corners gives off a feeling of lack, making your life path more unpredictable. To remedy this, the goal is to add back the missing energy. If changing the layout is not possible, you can place a mirror in the missing corner to visually extend the space. You can also add potted plants or greenery to attract and hold positive energy in that area. Additionally, use Feng Shui enhancers like quartz crystals, wealth symbols, or images that represent the missing Bagua element to symbolically bring balance and completeness. Mistake number 6, staircase directly facing the front door. As mentioned earlier, the front door in Feng Shui is the main entry point for energy. It's where qi flows into the house. The staircase, on the other hand, is the pathway that energy uses to move between floors. When these two are aligned, meaning you open the front door and immediately face a staircase, the energy that enters the home is pulled straight upstairs before it can circulate through the ground floor, where key living areas like the living room, dining room, or family space are often located. It's like a stream of water that flows in, but is instantly redirected without having a chance to settle. Wealth in the same way struggles to remain. People living in homes with this layout often feel like they work a lot but save very little. Money seems to come and go, and financial stability feels out of reach. This is especially concerning when the staircase leads directly to a bedroom because energy becomes overly concentrated in one area, while the rest of the home feels empty or lacking vitality. Feng Shui emphasizes balance and even distribution of energy. When the staircase pulls energy directly from the front door, it creates an imbalance. Too much qi goes upstairs while the ground floor is starved of it. This not only affects finances but also disrupts family harmony, as energy is not shared evenly throughout the home. You do not need to renovate the entire house to fix this. Simple changes can help redirect the energy. Place a screen, a light partition, or a tall plant between the door and the staircase. These additions not only improve the aesthetics but also serve the purpose of slowing down the energy, encouraging it to spread across the first floor before moving up. You can also use rugs, lighting, or artwork to create a visual transition zone, which softens the flow and keeps it from shooting straight upward. Mistake number 7. A bedroom directly above the kitchen. In Feng Shui, the kitchen is considered the heart of the home. It holds the fire that nourishes life and is closely linked to both health and wealth. It is a space filled with strong energy, especially heat and fire elements. On the other hand, the bedroom is a place that requires calm stillness and gentle energy so people can rest and recharge. When the bedroom is placed directly above the kitchen, these two spaces conflict with each other, energetically affecting both health and financial well-being. The kitchen represents the fire element. It is about movement, heat, and transformation. The bedroom needs quiet, restful yin energy to support sleep. When a bedroom is directly over the kitchen fire, energy rises from below, making the bedroom's energy restless and unstable. This often leads to insomnia, stress, irritability, and difficulty maintaining focus at work or managing everyday life. Over time, this imbalance can harm physical health and drain energy needed to sustain financial progress. Symbolically, the kitchen also represents the family's wealth. When the bedroom sits directly on top of it, it is as if someone is sleeping right on top of their fortune, pressing down on it and blocking its growth. Homes like this often leave the residents feeling like they work hard, but can't seem to keep their money. Financial success is hard to sustain, and heated arguments may even arise within the family due to the rising fiery energy from the kitchen. Ideally, the bedroom should not be designed above the kitchen in the first place. But if the home is already built this way, there are still ways to offset the effect. Use proper insulation and soundproofing between the kitchen ceiling and the bedroom floor to minimize the transfer of heat and energy. You can also place thick rugs and soft furnishings in the bedroom to create a gentler, more soothing energy. Another useful method is to incorporate the water element into the bedroom, such as light blue colors, water-themed artwork, or decorations representing calmness to balance out the excess fire energy from below. Mistake number 8. A bathroom located in the center of the house. In Feng Shui, the center of the home is like the heart of the body. This is where energy gathers before it spreads to all corners, determining the balance and strength of the entire space. When this central area is strong and clear, the family enjoys a stable life and wealth flows more easily. But when this area is weakened, every part of life can start to feel unsettled. That's why having a bathroom in the center of the house is one of the most serious Feng Shui mistakes. Bathrooms are naturally damp and heavy with stagnant or dirty energy. When placed at the center where energy is supposed to be distributed from, it contaminates the flow. Instead of qi being shared cleanly and evenly throughout the home, it gets polluted, causing everything to slow down and feel stuck. It's like placing something toxic right in the heart of your home. The consequences show up in physical health, fatigue, illness, and low energy, and in mental well-being, including anxiety and emotional instability. Financially, when the heart of the house is compromised, it becomes difficult to build and sustain wealth. Money disappears quickly or remains inconsistent. Relationships within the household may also suffer as the energy is no longer clean and supportive. Traditional Feng Shui always emphasizes that the center of the home must be open, bright, and clean. It should be a sacred space free of anything heavy or toxic. Putting a bathroom in this location is like damaging the roots of a tree. It weakens the entire energy structure of the home. To fix this, the best option is to relocate the bathroom to a less critical part of the house, ideally in the northwest or southeast, depending on the home's layout. But if moving it is not possible, you can still reduce its impact. Keep the space clean and well ventilated at all times. Use exhaust fans to remove stagnant air. Place small plants or activated charcoal to absorb negative energy. Bright lighting and fresh uplifting colors can also help reduce the heaviness and minimize the negative influence on the rest of the home. The 8 Feng Shui mistakes we just explored are exactly the kinds of dangerous energy leaks that can silently affect your life, whether it is the front door, kitchen staircase, windows, bedrooms, or even the placement of the bathroom. Every small detail, no matter how minor it may seem, has the potential to create a major impact on your family's wealth, health, and happiness. What matters most is not fear, but awareness and the willingness to make adjustments. With just a few thoughtful changes, you can transform leaking energy into a stable, positive flow that brings abundance and peace into your home. Always remember, this Feng Shui is not superstition. It is the art of guiding energy to help people live in harmony and prosperity. If you found today's insights helpful, be sure to like the video, share it with your loved ones, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on my latest Feng Shui tips for attracting wealth and balance. And do not forget to leave a comment below. My home is always strong, holds on to wealth, and drives away bad luck. By writing down this affirmation, you are not just reminding yourself of the smart Feng Shui choices you have made, you are also activating a powerful flow of positive energy that invites abundance to knock on your door every single day. I am Master Han, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next videos, where I will continue sharing deeper and more practical Feng Shui wisdom for your life.